Across the country, around the world, disbelief was the first reaction.
The assassination of President John F. Kennedy was one of the biggest news stories of the 20th century. So it's fitting that the Newseum, the Museum of News, is devoting not one, but two exhibits to JFK during the 50th anniversary of his death.
Here in the Three Shots Were Fired exhibit, we focus on the story of the assassination and specifically how reporters and news media covered that tragic event.
Jonathan Thompson from the Newseum showed me around the exhibit. As I walked in, I felt I was being transported back into the 1960s. My eye was drawn to this United Press International teletype machine. UPI was the first news outlet to report Kennedy was shot. Over here you have the first reports on television. You know, everyone says that this was one of the first televised news events that people watch.
It's really when TV came into age. Before that it had really been newspapers and radio had been the primary means of news gathering.
Around the corner, Thompson showed me his favorite piece in the exhibit, the Bell & Howell 8mm camera Abraham Zapruder was using when he captured Kennedy being shot. It was held by the FBI for years and still has the sticker on it.
Today with citizen journalism, it's a common term in the industry. Well, that was really one of the first examples of a citizen being a journalist, being a newsmaker.
The exhibit also includes some never-before-seen artifacts, like the shirt and jacket Lee Harvey Oswald was wearing when he was captured, and the blanket Oswald used to conceal the rifle he shot the president with. One of the more poignant parts of the exhibit is this wall right here. It asks, where were you when you heard the news JFK was shot? And people can come up and write a little memo like this person who said, sophomore year of high school. And then for those who weren't alive in 1963, there's another board which says, what was your where were you moment? And for many people, they say September 11th, or even more recent events like the Boston bombings. And Thompson tells me the museum actually takes these comments and puts it in its own record.
50 years from now, when museums are putting on the 100th anniversary, perhaps someday we'll see some of these in those displays.
You can catch the Three Shots Were Fired exhibit and the Creating Camelot exhibit, which displays 70 photos from the Kennedys' personal photographer Jacques Lowe, at the Newseum through January 5th. In Washington, I'm Ted Fioraliso.